Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. It's time to date but marry well. Hey, great morning, great people. It is Sierra J. Exantis, and women hire me to teach them how to date well so they can marry well. First things first, ICC. Gotta show you this dating journal, of course. You already know what time it is. Listen, 2021 is time to date well to marry well, right? So I created a journal that is going to help you and be a guide so that you can do what you need to do to get the results that you want, honey. All right. So this is the Date Well, Marry Well dating journal. It is the little black book for the single marriage-minded woman. Ow, 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 hey. So get this. If you want a signed copy, please. That's no problem. Cash App, $wow365, and I can get you a signed copy, or you can go to Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com and pick up you a copy there as well. So now that we went on ahead and got that out of the way, please, 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 please click the like button, share, and subscribe, because as you already know, I am all about imparting the knowledge that you need so that once you become a wife, you can stay married, honey. My goal, I've never been one to be like, hey, I just want you to get married. Let's just get married. No, it's so many people that is all they want, is just to get married, only to end up divorced because their marriage isn't built on any substance. So my goal is to bring you substance and bring you quality content so that I can help you date well to marry well. All right. So first of all, I want to go ahead. Let's get into this and talk about going from happily single to happily married. 3 things that you need to expect, right? Because a lot of times people have these goals of marriage, but they don't really think about the after, what goes on after. It's like, okay, we're married, we're here, now what, right? So I want to talk to you about going from happily single to happily married, because I don't want to just say going from single to married, because there's a very stark difference, okay? I believe that you have to be happy already if you want to stay happy. A man is not going to make you happy. Your relationship isn't going to make you happy. So the presumption here is that you're happy. And if you're not, then there's other things and measures that you need to take to get happy so that you're not depending on a relationship to make you happy. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about 3 things that you need to expect to go from happily single to happily married. The first thing is accountability in your relationship. Right now, you most likely come, go as you want, when you want, where you want, how you want, hang out with who you want, how long, all of those things. And you don't have to be accountable to anybody. You can come home any time of night that you want to, and it's fine, right? You can go and hang out with whoever you want to, and okay, no problem. Once you become married, sis, go from that happily single to happily married, expect accountability. Now, I know a lot of people might think, oh, well, now you're saying I got to be a slave to my relationship, da 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 da. No, that is not what I'm saying. You don't have to be a slave to your relationship, and you should not be a slave to anything or anyone. But if you expect to build, which is what I've been hearing you say, I want to build with someone. I want someone I can build with, someone I can grow with, someone I can trust. Then you have to also know that the same things you expect from this individual is the same thing they're going to be expecting from you. So that whole accountability and respectability piece, that's something that has to be present, okay, in your relationship. Have the respect to let the person know where you're going, who you're going to be with. And that's a safety thing too. I mean, I wouldn't want to go anywhere my husband has no clue where I am and something happened and he doesn't know. Same with him. Know where you're going, who you're going to be with, and about how long, and those things are necessary. Okay, all this coming and going as you want to, when you want to, people do that out of disrespect because they don't take into consideration the other person. Got to take into consideration the other person might want to go out and do some things too and have fun as well. Okay, so that has to be present, the accountability in the relationship. Okay, it has to be there to go from happily single to happily married. Second thing is expect the hate. I know that you might think, oh, my friends would never, they would all be happy for me. And that might be true. But all I'm saying is, sometimes when a woman goes from happily single to happily married, you are not carrying on about life as you normally would, because now you have introduced another person into your life and their opinion matters, things that they want matter, and now you're going to have to grow. And as you grow and things happen and you become, closer to that person, and you're happier, and you're just growing in all different sorts of areas, and you're thriving, not everybody's going to be happy about that. And you have to expect that that's just the way it is. Now, is it going to be more people happy for you than not? Most likely, yes. Especially if you have the type of friendship circle where, you're happy for each other. You love on each other. You love to see each other win. Hopefully, that is mostly what you have. And of course, you can expect that. Honestly, I did have more people that were happy for me and excited than were not. But there were those that just simply weren't happy. And I did not expect some people who were not happy for me to not be happy for me. So I'm just warning you that that is a possibility. Okay? Expect the hate. Expect the shade when you go from happily single to happily married. And don't go by, oh, well, I would be happy and I'm happy for my friends. Everybody's not like you. Everybody's not like us, sis. If you follow me, most likely you're the type of woman that is very happy and genuinely excited when other women win. But not everybody is like that. And so I'm just telling you, prepare and be ready. The third thing, and I think this is so important, expect to study. Expect to study your partner. You know how if you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a nurse, you're a hairdresser, you might be a chef, you might be a baker, whatever it is that you do, okay, as your profession, whatever it is that you love and that you do, and some of those things you may have gone to school for and you had to study. You didn't just study, get the degree, and then that was it. You have to continue to study in your practice. And in your relationship, you have to look at it in the same way. Okay, you have to expect that you're studying this individual to determine if they're right for a right fit for you for marriage, right? Date well to marry well. So much about that in the contents of this guided journal. So if you're studying that, you have to expect that once you get there, you're going to have to continue to study for the maintenance portion of it. Okay? So that person might change in certain ways. And they might change in their health. They might change in, physically, or they might change in mentally, and the things that they want, need, and desire might change in some capacity. You need to be able to be there to facilitate the growth of that individual to help them grow. And guess what? They need to be there to be able to do the same for you. That's why it's a marriage. It's a partnership. It's not one-sided. And so many people want it to be one-sided, and they're sitting here like, oh, well, you need to pay attention to me. And the other one's like, well, you need to pay attention to me. And nothing's getting done because nobody has a mutual understanding that, hey, we're in this together and we want to win together. Therefore, we need to get curious and interested in each other and what each other needs, wants, and desires. So expect to study if you want your relationship to thrive beyond 2 months, 2 years, 3 years. That's why I'm not really concerned about when people tell me they're married. How long have you been happy? Don't tell me how long you've been married. Tell me how long have you been happy? Because guess what? Happily married people do things different than people who are not happily married. That's why I am here to help teach you what people do who are happily and genuinely married. Now, can you go from not being happily married to being happily married? Absolutely. But those are the people who took the time and wanted to do the work and cared enough about each other to make that happen. But that's not everyone. So my whole thing is you got to expect to study. If you don't expect to study, you can expect that you will grow apart. People say you're always going to be growing, whether you're growing together or you're growing apart. So make studying your partner a priority in your marriage, your future marriage, sis. Start preparing for that today. If you like this video and you like this content, please do me a favor. And as I grow my community, I want you to be a part of it. I want you to grow with me and share with me. And I want to see you happily married someday. And I want to hear about your wins in love. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel, okay? And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns. I'd love to hear from you, okay? All right, so this has been Sierra J. Exantis, and women hire me to teach them how to date well, to marry well. Bye.